94.3 Royal FM. The heartbeat of Kigali is what you're listening to this morning. And of course, it's Wednesday. Yes, the man himself is already in studio for this money conversation. Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, very, very happy to see you today.
Always a pleasure.
When we see you, we see money. We start even some people start hiding. We look, they've come to tell us the whole truth, the truth about money.
Nothing but
The truth. And of course, today's we are starting a new series of this conversation about money, which is actually called the Wealth Unlocked
series.
We unlocking wealth
Completely. Unpadlocking it.
Why did you come up with this series, though?
Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to do a series like this is because I frequently get asked, what can we actually do? Okay. We talk about investing on the show. We talk about questions on the show. We talk about handling. One of the things that was a highlight of last week's episode was, how are we handling our debt and how are we handling the income that we make every month.
Sure.
And we talked about, somebody who owes like 50% of their salary is debt payment. And how that can be unsustainable. So many people have been asking, what can we take away from each show? Okay. What action steps can we take? And that's kind of birthed this Wealth Unlocked series.
We need to unlock the wealthiness.
That's right.
Yeah, because the year is here, really. Those plans that we actually had at the beginning of the year of getting rich. I don't know if they still work for us.
What's the evaluation now that we're in September?
Survival mode. Survival mode.
24/7.
But this is very scary, though.
Yeah.
It worries me a lot how we're always in survival mode. Many of us, though.
It's a problem. The vast majority of us are in survival mode at different levels too, Juliana. We're at survival mode at different levels. Somebody's at survival mode at 100K. Another person is at survival mode 5 million, but still in survival mode. Yeah.
Very sad. So, Isaac, let me ask you a very simple question. When are we going to get out of this survival mode? When are we going to stop? Are we going to ever stop hoping for financial freedom and start building? When is it going to happen? It's a question that every day of all of my life I ask myself.
Now, there's a very, very powerful book on this particular subject of when are we going to get out of this rat race.
It's actually called a rat race, indeed.
This constant going around in circles. But our life is progressing, time is moving, and we're not
getting any younger.
We're not getting any younger, and we're not getting any further in life. It's called The Psychology of Money. And the argument in this book, I highly recommend it, by the way. The argument of this book is that the vast majority of the work done to get yourself out of your financial fix is in the mindset. It's in the way that you think. It's in your relationship with money. And many of us don't question where we get our money mindset from and what even the money mindset is. If the money you have does not solve the problem you have,
eat the money.
That is a mindset. And I didn't have to tell you. You know it very well. You only live once.
YOLO.
Eat your money. Right? You're stressed, you're depressed, you're anxious, spend your money. These are mindsets. And they all have, it's like a road. They all have a destination that they lead to. Yeah. Every mindset has a destination it's leading to.
Absolutely.
Where is your mindset leading you to with your money? Because you will not change your destination if you can't change your mindset. You will end up in that destination if your mindset stays.
So where do we actually begin? Where do we begin to understand this whole thing of money-mind connection?
So there's a rule that's called the 80-20. It's called the Pareto principle. Pareto principle. I think it was...
Pareto?
Pareto.
Pareto, okay.
Aredo, I believe, is the spelling.
Pareto, yes.
He's a philosopher. He was a philosopher like thousands of years ago. And the argument that he made was that when you're trying to effect change, 80% of of the impact you're looking for comes from 20% focus. 20%, the last 20% of your effort, the last 20% of your time, not effort, but the last 20% of your time. It's an 80-20. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. The 80-20 rule is most commonly known in like relationships, because we say that, you know,
We
you
do the 80, yes.
you get 80% of what you want from your spouse or your partner, your
Significant
friend.
other.
Yeah, significant. And then 20% is missing.
But at
20%
least
you
you
don't
have
get.
the 80%,
But
which is really huge.
but now here's a problem. We want 100%. And so people like especially people who stray from their relationships, they're getting 80% from their partner, but 20% they're missing, so they go outside of the relationship to look for that 20%.
Which I think
True.
shouldn't be that problem, because it's like the smallest really.
It's a very small proportion,
Yeah.
but somebody is craving it. It's also it's also an attitude, a mindset that comes from not recognizing the 80% you're receiving.
Absolutely.
Taking that 80% for granted. So we go out looking for that 20%. You find that 20%, and now that 80% from home and the 20% outside together
Makes it 100.
makes 100% of everything you want. Now the problem is,
Sustaining.
if you ever get, you can't separate those two from knowing each other or finding out about each other.
This life.
Then what happens is the 80% leaves, or you move on with the 20% because you feel that person has given you what you've been missing. And then when you settle with that 20%, you soon realize, you know what? I'm missing 80%. This is just 20%.
Exactly. Why didn't I appreciate the other one? I had the 80%.
You see?
And I just let it pass.
Yeah. So the Pareto principle is basically telling us that 80% of the work is done in the last 20% of the time. 80% of the impact is created by 20% of the effort. You'll normally find that when deadlines are coming, 80% of the work to complete a task is done in the last 20% of the time to finish. So let's say you have a week to do an assignment. The 80% of the work will be done in the last day.
The last day.
Which
Few
is
hours
more
from
the
than
last few hours. Few hours from the deadline.
Yeah.
Right? And this is prevalent in society in multiple levels of functionality. We are procrastinators.
We do that a lot.
All right. Now, how this implies in our mindset, if you can change your mindset, that 20%, if you can adjust your mindset, you will have done 80% of the work of getting yourself to financial fitness, to financial health, to wealth. 20% mind change.
So entirely the other percentage to cover to make it 100, the 20% is entirely
Is now the
mindset.
work. No, 80% is a mindset, 20% is the
It's
work.
the work that you put in.
The
So
work
it's
that you
about
put in.
peeling back subconscious layers.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly.
But
We
how
are
many of us-
limited by our minds. Go ahead.
I'm saying that how many of us actually peel back subconsciously? Do we even know those layers that are actually...
Most of us don't question our mindsets.
No, we don't.
This is the way it's done. This is the way we've always done it. So this is the way we will continue doing it. Unfortunately, if we don't critique, if we don't criticize, don't have time to sit down and assess the
But
way
how
that
many
we
of us
think about
assess
things.
ourselves?
No, usually it comes when you're in Kiboko. That's usually
When the hard times.
when you're in fire.
Yeah.
That's when you know what? Maybe I should change where I am, what I'm doing. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate approach to making change. The wise will see an error and fix it while they have seen it, as opposed to waiting for Kiboko to arrive.
So 80% is mindset is huge.
Yeah.
How do we change habits without feeling overwhelmed?
That's a very good question. So, changing your habits. Habits come from thoughts. Thoughts come from mindsets. Mindsets come from learning experiences, right? So, what you learn. In the very beginning, the process to change isn't habits. We don't change our habits. We change our learning experiences. We adjust our learning experiences. So, for example, if you find that your habits are not providing you with success in a specific respect. The first thing to do is not try to find new habits. The first thing to do is to try and find new information.
Not to change your habits.
The first thing isn't to change. Habits need to change, yes. But the first thing to do isn't to look to change the habit itself. The first thing to do is to change the information. Let's, practically speaking, if you have a habit of procrastination, of delaying, which most of us have,
always carrying forward, like
I'll push it later.
Or
when you have time to do a task right now, you tell yourself, let me take a nap first, or
I'll do it after one.
I'll do it. Now, your life is limited in time. Every moment you waste, you are wasting your life. You are opening your veins and allowing blood to spill out. That is what wasting time is. So the first thing to do would not be to try to force yourself to stop procrastinating, because that doesn't work. And I'm sure many of us have tried it.
We have. I was supposed to start a podcast at the beginning of last year. I'm still starting a podcast.
Me was 2 years ago.
So the first thing to do isn't to blame yourself, to beat yourself, which is what we typically do. And then we just start the cycle again.
Yeah.
The first thing to do is, how can I change? What do I need to learn to change my mind around delaying?
Yeah.
Now that there's so much material out there on recovering from or breaking free from procrastination. Find that information, reading that information, 5 pages of a book a day, going through I don't know, a reviewed podcaster on the topic of procrastination, or behavioral scientist, psychologist, with their content. This is really the way we change habits, because when you change your mindset, that's when your thoughts change, that's when your habits change, that's when your actions change.
So in other words, you're actually saying it's better to actually seek wisdom than pretending to know things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Seeking knowledge first is the way that we change our entire lifestyle through a chain reaction of effects.
In other words, you're saying that money is not the end goal, right? But it's about allowing ourselves to do more, right?
Money isn't an end goal. Money is a means. Money is a means to the end goal. So if you wanted to get to a more stable financial life, money is a vehicle to get you there, but it's not everything. So when you have money
fuels you.
Money is the car.
It's the car.
Money
not
is the car.
Fuel. Okay, cool.
So money is the car that gets you there. But if you just accumulate money, you're not going to be financially fit, healthy. Just money alone. Just cash alone.
But also, Isaac, you've heard the saying that money is everything.
It's not. That is a very wrong mindset. Money is not everything.
Because money softens so many parts.
That's like saying firewood is everything. What about the fire?
See, firewood cannot be everything. But you can also not have firewood if you don't have money. So you need money. Do you know what I mean?
People had firewood long before there was money.
So we are saying that firewood of today.
My point is, if money is a means, right?
Yeah.
So for example, let's change it so it's not so triggering. Let's change it. Let's change it to, a degree.
Okay.
Having a degree. Now that I have a degree,
I have everything.
Are you sure?
No.
So the degree is a means to a job, isn't it? It's a means to a career. But it's not the career itself. You must use the not only the degree, but what brain power was required to acquire that degree in the first place. You had to learn to get the degree. And you were not learning just for the degree itself, you were learning for the job. Because when I was a young man in high school, I used to study. I would study for the exam. As soon as I put down the pen from finishing the exam, the last paper, everything that I had studied, everything, gone.
Me and you both.
Gone.
Yeah.
So
Put
now,
me in that club.
don't worry,
Go
we are
on.
together. So the problem with that is you have maybe passed or done well on the exam, maybe, but you have not learned anything. when it comes time to go to the farm and actually apply
Practical
What you
things.
those
did
practical
learn,
things that
yeah.
you are supposed to
The
learn in
theory
class,
part,
there's nothing in the head.
There's nothing there.
So you'll find people who have degrees today. They have high marks,
Yeah.
but put them in the farm, put them in the field, whatever field it may be, IT, human resource, hospitality. When it's time to start digging, there's nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nothing at all, but they have a degree. So money is the same. Money is like a degree. You have to study it, you have to understand it, you have to hold it, you have to know how to use it. But it is not the end in itself. The end in itself is the way you employ that money, the way you employ relationships. All of this thing is lubricated by money, but it's not everything.
You know, you've seen rich people who have money. They have the money, but they do not have the knowledge.
Yes, it's very possible, especially
Yes.
when you get money the wrong way,
Which one is the wrong way?
when you haven't earned it. You know, people get money without earning it. So there are those who
like
steal.
you won lottery.
There are those who
say.
win.
Okay.
There are those who win money. There's
Yeah.
those who inherit
those
money.
grants.
There's those who get grant
Grants,
funds or grant
yeah.
farmers that we call them. They're out here just acquiring grants but not employing anything. If you don't earn it, you can't respect it, and it will not respect you.
I agree.
Yeah.
But also, it's actually more knowledgeable for you if you earned that money in that manner. It's important to get people with knowledge to help
Absolutely. That's a solution. Find somebody who can help you out, who knows, who has the
you.
degree.
Is that why we are seeing a
and
lot
can
of
employ.
people who have gotten grants failing flat, kabisa, because they don't have the knowledge to sustain the money?
No, that one is a complex question.
We have seen
You're going
people
to put us in trouble.
I know.
But there's a straight line that you're drawing right there. Somebody might not know how to employ the money, but can write an application.
Yes,
They're good at writing
they're very good at
applications
actually doing presentations
and
of-
presentation.
But,
Yeah.
but
So they can
if
get the money.
Thank you. But then after getting the money, they don't even know what to
You
use or
can
sustain
see
the money.
it in relationships too. They're very good. The people who are very good at getting attention from their love interests, and then they can get the person. When they get the person, wapi.
It's as if they've told him the elastic has enlarged. Loosen up. No more work.
Wow. So, sorry.
All right. I'll let you do.
I would like to know a quick summary of today's lesson,
Yeah.
of today's series, the episode of today's episode.
Right. So today we're talking about unlocking wealth. It's our Unlocking Wealth series, and we're talking about money and mindset. Now, what we're saying for today's session is that it's very, very important for you to acquire information so that you can change your mindset and your habits that are keeping you from becoming wealthy. One way you can do that, an actionable step, is to find the psychology of money. The name of the author escapes me, but the title is The Psychology of Money.
The psychology of money.
And read 5 pages of that book every day.
Interesting. So that's our take home today.
That's the take home. This is a homework.
And this is the homework.
5 pages, and this is the trick. 5 pages a day isn't complicated.
No, but I mean, five pages a day.
5 pages a
Yeah.
day.
How
Only
so
read 5
complicated.
I
pages.
usually read at night when I'm trying to.
Is it this one by Morgan
Morgan.
Hustle?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
The Psychology
Tony,
of Money.
You surprise me.
She's
sometimes.
moving with speed. There are people here who know what to
I
do.
want to learn.
You
I want
want
to
to learn.
learn. So
She
No.
wants to learn how to.
You can acquire. I think that book you can buy it. You can download it. I mean, it's a wonderful book. Now, 5 pages a day isn't difficult.
No,
It's not complicated.
But I mean,
It's
when is the
easy.
time?
You have to make the time. You prioritize things which are important to you. You prioritize. I would say do it either first thing in the morning, or in
Lunch
the
break.
lunch break, even in the evening. But it has to be prioritized. It has to be a priority over doom scrolling on your Instagram.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah,
It is.
Now that 5 minutes, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do it.
Very easy not to do it lately. We
That-
prefer scrolling.
That will be the difference between somebody who becomes successful with money and somebody who doesn't.
guys,
Simple
me,
things.
I'm already on the first page.
Simple things that you can do every day that you do will make you successful. Simple things that you don't do that you could do
True.
will make you a failure.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana.
And we'll see you next week on Wednesday.
I am here always.
Abisa. Kigali in the morning continues.